Hi everyone, I hope you're doing great. I hear from so many of you that one of the hardest things about practicing is very often to simply get started. I hear you, it's the same thing for me. So in episode 149 of the Mind Over Figure podcast, I share with you one of my favorite techniques to get started. And it's one that's actually very effective to keep me going and to make me want to practice. It is very easy. I call it the delightful 10. So in a nutshell, what it is that you commit to playing your instrument for 10 minutes. You treat yourself to something delightful, something that brings you joy. And at the end of 10 minutes, you walk away if you don't feel like practicing without any judgment. But I really believe that oftentimes once the instrument is out, once we're playing, once the brain is going, once these neurons are activated, usually we get into it and we want to keep practicing. So 4 easy steps. Commit to 10 minutes. Just playing for 10 minutes. But the commitment part is important. 10 minutes committed. Walk to your practice room, to your office, pick up your instrument, sit at the keyboard, and then play for 10 minutes. Anything you want in any way that you want. Make it feel super great, super fun, enjoyable. There is nothing off the table. One thing I share in an episode is to maybe not launch into playing through something super hard and taxing on the body without a warm-up maybe, but you're allowed to do anything that you want for 10 minutes. Doesn't matter what it is, just play. Then at the end of 10 minutes, if you need to set a timer, go for it. I usually just look at my watch, but timers are welcome. At the end of 10 minutes, you have full permission to walk away without judgment. But as I said, most of the time, by 10 minutes, I'm really into it. My goals are feeling active, I'm motivated, it feels fun. I have reconnected with my joy of playing the instrument. I have paid myself first, which I covered in episode 146, I think. I would have to check. So try it today. The delightful 10, commit to 10 minutes. Pick up the instrument or sit at the keyboard. Play anything you want for 10 minutes. Anything that brings you pleasure, that feels fun, enjoyable. And then at the end of 10 minutes, you can walk away or stay. And all of this without any judgment at all. And I have 3 questions for you that feel very powerful for me in making sure that the experience is engaging and that it's interesting for me and more enjoyable. And enjoyable oftentimes leads us to more results. So totally worth it, the investment of making things enjoyable. Here's the first question. What would make this process enjoyable for me? What would make it enjoyable for you? Think about it. How can I make this session productive and interesting for me? And then, what would make this session more pleasant? These may seem like futile questions, superficial questions, but believe me, if you are pursuing goals and you can figure out a way to go after them in the fashion that works for you, that is tailored for you, that's going to keep you interested and engaged, you're going to see a big difference in what you get in return. So try this week, the delightful 10, ponder on these questions. What would make this process enjoyable for me? How can I make this session productive and interesting for me? What would make this session more pleasant? So let me know how that goes.